right. Welcome, welcome. Another horror short night. The first one in quite a while, I feel like. So, as usual, I gotta skip through a million ads. But I've arranged how many? 16-ish, I think, horror shorts tonight. So, as usual, for anyone that's never been here, we're gonna watch them. And then, mostly I, but also anyone else who is wanting to, rates them out of 5. And it's totally up to your discretion, however you'd like to rate them. The way that I usually do it is based off of like a general quality, if they're good or not. It doesn't matter. It's more so just for fun, like I'm saying. But it's nice to be back. I've had a hell of a day. I don't know if y'all have had one, but here we are to cheer up with some fucking horror shorts. Talk about if they're trash or not. Let me fix this window before we get into it. So, as usual, like I said though, I am both on TikTok Live and on Twitch. And on Twitch, I also have captions as usual. So, if anyone could benefit from or prefer those, definitely check those out. But, without further ado, let's watch the first one, which is called. Oh, and let me close up the little ad. It's called The Elevator, and it's by a company called Dark Fawn. So a lot of them are by the similar companies we've seen before. I believe I've seen this company before. Let's see if this one is good, shall we? You know what, before we get started, actually, my dehumidifier is way too loud. At least for me. I don't know if y'all feel like it was, but I got superhuman autist hearing, so it was way too loud for me. All right, here we go. The elevator. There you go, TikTok.
Welcome to 12 plus 1, a building with a rich and misunderstood
I was going to say,
history
this is
that
rich
has stood
people.
the test of
This is
time
rich people
since
building.
1896. From the outside, it may seem like just another grand old building, but there's more to it than meets the eye. 12 plus 1 has spent...
Hey, you know watch horror with stuff with us? The voice is like, you really just put some gum on me?
12 plus 1 has faced its fair share of troubles over the years, with rumours of strange happenings within its walls, and a dark past that has yet to be fully uncovered.
She's trapped in that elevator forever. It's called the elevator. Whenever it's called the anything, it means the person's about to get stuck there forever.
I'm set here. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
No one helps you, poor girl. Damaging properties is illegal and constitutes a violation of both civil and criminal law. That includes sticking your pink chewing gum in public places.
I knew she was being petty about the pink chewing gum. She meaning the
Welcome
probably
to building number
bodiless
13.
AI voice. -1. What? How many negative floors are there? Oh shit. We're going straight to hell. This is just like that Hey Arnold episode. Oh, not back in your mouth.
Being sorry for rude behaviour is a sign of a social manner, but there are always consequences that want much less.
He's like, sorry, it took too long. Now you're straight to hell.
To make up your mistake, write I'm sorry on the mirror in front of you with something very special.
Is it gonna be blood?
You can easily find it above your head.
I feel like I had like a fuzz on my mouth. What is it? The blood? What the hell's that? Is it a knife? Uh-oh. Well, that isn't okay. Wow.
Are you kidding me?
That envelope, though,
Denial
the envelope is the best envelope I think I've ever seen in my life.
until we make the right decision. Becomes denser, and the concentration of oxygen decreases significantly. This means that a person without proper equipment
This
and
is just like that
will
submersible.
experience a lack of oxygen and will not be able
But
to
she's
breathe.
probably not even a billionaire, so
Additionally,
this
the
is
extreme
okay.
temperatures and pressure would cause damage to the body's tissues and organs, leading to an inevitable
That
death.
is actually terrifying in a way I've really never thought of it before. Oh God.
Accepting your punishment is a sign of mature human being, and it is constructive for both society and the person.
I don't know about that. Wow. Cover your eyes, TikTok. You get banned for I get kicked off of TikTok for the tiniest shit. I think this would definitely qualify. Everyone close your eyes. Okay.
Great. I knew you could do it. Just one more thing to do, then we go back up. Just write you sorry and everything will be over soon.
Dude, this
And
is
the
fun.
nightmare you wake up from, and you're happy to see the sun again.
Don't look, TikTok. Dark Fun always has some like really new ideas for horror, like stuff that I've never seen before. I really gotta give them that. Hey, don't get your claw stuck in my pants. Dude, that's twisted.
Fantastic work. Let's get back.
An interesting touch. Girl fun.
Welcome to 12 plus 1.
Wow.
A building with a rich and misunderstood history that has stood the test of time since 1896. From the outside, it may seem like just another grand old building, but there's more to it than meets the eye.
Because this one will kill you. Huh. I mean, it was unique. It was super fucked. Like, I wasn't scared. I don't know, I guess in a certain sense. Because, okay, I usually base it off of, like, being frightened. It scared me in its realness. Like, I think that they, unfortunately, for anyone that was watching and saw the quality of the level of detail that they put into it, it looked too real. Like, far too real. Whether it was, like, the consistency of the blood or, like, just all of it. It looked it was very disturbing in a way that I think many of the videos we watched on Saturday nights don't hit the same element of disturbing that this one did. So I can't decide if I should give it, because usually when I'm like actually scared, I give it at least a 4. That's the thing about horror, right? Because it's always gonna play on stuff that is going to be very taboo. It's the kind of thing that it's like, it feels wrong to say that you're like, good job, well done, creators. You did what you were intending to. It is unique in the story. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a couple horror movies that had almost the exact same plot line about being stuck in an elevator, but I've never seen it with this combination before of like the AI kind of voice and then the lack of oxygen, all of that is completely new to me that I've never seen. And I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of horror films. So I think just for the novelty alone and the quality, and I mean, the acting was pretty good as far as I could tell. As much as I wouldn't like to, I would probably have to give it like a 4, to be honest, out of 5. Like, it was well done, as disturbing as it was, and as upsetting as it is to see. What did you all think? Sometimes people want to give ratings, other times they don't mind. They just want to keep watching. The ratings are totally up to your discretion anyway. They are meaningless. But share them if you would like. If you don't like to, though, we're going to continue on for the next one, which is by Alter. It's called Rubes.
2, 1. Well done.
Is that what those little balls are called?
I told you you made it too tight. What was it? I don't sound like that.
If this goes where I think it's gonna go, this is gonna be a totally new idea I've never seen before, also. That's an addition I didn't expect.
What do you mean, what? Does that look like a kill shot to you?
Wow. That is what I kind of expected
It's supposed to be a geyser of blood. Where's the geyser?
Just because you can't see it, it's all going on internally, trust me. It's cooling into the cavity.
I don't know. I'm starting to think this machine isn't working how it's supposed to.
Wow.
This sucks.
Oh, come on.
No. This was supposed to be something cool and fun, and now it feels wrong.
Hey, Milton, you know what's wrong?
Fucking
Royal
Milton.
professor is getting shit canned 1 week before they're scheduled to receive tenure. That's what's wrong. Think of all the teachers we're saving by taking out this selfish prick.
Wow.
We're doing it for the teachers.
We're doing it for the teachers.
No. That would make us murderers. We're not murderers.
This is for science.
Remember this way. Hey, woo. It's the law's fault. You can't put a ball
Wow.
on trial,
It's
can you?
objective.
What would it say?
Your Honor, I had a blast.
Or I had a ball. Set you up for that. Fine.
That's good.
This is very academic.
Hey, we built a good machine. Get it right.
Parchment twirls.
Mine too, buddy.
You too?
Hey, will you look at that? We got ourselves a kill.
Hey!
You want to set up the next one?
Hell yes.
Yeah. Great song choice, by the way.
Thanks. I lost my virginity to that song.
Really? I like the Plow Girls too.
Just
You know, in the wintertime,
locker.
they call
What,
me
what do they call it? Locker, just locker room talk.
What do they call you in the summertime?
Paul?
That is fun.
Yeah. You have any nicknames?
Call me Chef Boyar.
Hey, I'm the dead guy.
He likes it.
This is exactly as chauvinistic as I would expect it to be. So. Hi.
Okie dokie. There. Yeah. Well, here we are, Margaret. We both knew it was coming sooner or later. Just want you to say it with me. Just say it one time. Let my ears soak it in like an ocean wave. Huh? On March 15th of last year. Hi, Margaret Stillman. Meet Paul Dilkman, sack lunch.
Margaret.
I know you did it. Saw the breadcrumbs near your wastebasket in fourth period. Oops. Threw half the goddamn sandwich in the trash.
So wasteful.
And every night since that day, I've just imagined you with those thick fucking sausage fingers manhandling that delicious mound of ham, turkey, and Gouda and ciabatta bread. And I can't sleep a wink.
You're so tiny, you knew you weren't gonna finish all of it.
Please, just see it for me. One time. Let me have my peace.
Admit your mistake, Margaret. Let God heal you.
Settle down, buddy.
This is so bizarre.
What's that? I can't hear you. Let me help you. Hmm?
Who's Margaret?
You kidnapped the wrong person, huh? For your little experiments. Way to go.
You know too much.
I was gonna say, like, there's no way she's gonna just get out of it now. I seen enough porn to know that that's not gonna happen.
Oh, I knew it.
Remind me to wear my glasses when we kidnap the next person.
Doesn't it was skin it. Does Margaret seem small? Go.
Wow. I don't usually like anything that's just like funny horror, but like stuff that's more around like gore or like senseless violence than it is like paranormal stuff. And it was just too misogynist for my taste. So I'd give it like a 2. 1 because they did a new thing I'd never seen, and the other one because partially somewhat funny, but the rest was a letdown for me. Alright, what we got next? Oh, I forgot. We got another one, or never mind, I thought another one by Alter at first. We got another one by Dark Fun. After this fucking ad. I thought it was gonna be like a play off of Publishing and Perishing, but they didn't go there. Close enough, though. We got The Backstabber by Dark Fun. This is, like I said, the same company that did the first one. Well, it's a picture of her. That's never good. The creepiest stairwell.
Who is this?
I wonder how would you feel when you realize you are a victim, just like in your novel.
I said, who is this?
We got an author.
Your fans.
I think that she's wearing my other glasses. Like, I'm almost positive, in fact. The purple ones. Did she just have a huge knife with her? That was very convenient. She's like, no, I don't fucking think so. I got my huge knife and I'm locking the door. Fuck off. That window's great. They always have the most iconic characters. This company. Like, this person is inarguably absolutely beautiful. And in, like, a very classic way. The chair's taking a picture of you. You gotta turn the light on. Oh, a geometric mask. Oh, turn the lights off. That's just cheating.
What do you want?
Turn the lights back on. I don't understand. I feel like she's about to really pull some shit.
Okay. I love this game.
Yeah. It's like, she's a horror author. This could get actually really interesting really quickly. She's like, oh, okay. You're gonna play a game? Guess who has a fucking game too? That dude's scared. You just know it. Ah, we love that for her. Okay, because it's called The Backstabber. So this author just basically is living a constant nightmare, and then she makes those nightmares into her next story. I get that. As someone who just revisited all of their own terrors within the last month to write both of my memoirs, I completely get it. That was awesome. I wasn't scared by it, but that again, this company always does a great job with like making original ideas I've never seen before. Like I've seen of a story, you know, where they end up writing whatever sort of shit for their story. Um, but I've never seen it like this. I've never seen it in a horror short before, and I gotta give them that. And like I said, I feel like it's always aesthetically obvious that they like put a lot of time and effort into making their creation. So I'd give it probably maybe like a 3.5 or a 4. Just because I wasn't like scared, but I think that it was well done. Alright, we got another one by Burnt Mill Road. This is the company, like I've said a number of times at this point, they always incorporate, it seems like a lot of the time at least, the fisheye camera. This one's called Doppelganger.
Black pudding.
This guy's always in it.
To describe this dish. It is, in fact, a final exit method.
You are a walking dead person.
A walking
You
dead
are
person.
hospice. I fashioned this product in order to give people the choice, a method to slip from this place. It is a simple process. First, find a remote area.
Is this an advertisement? Because it looks like she's taking part in whatever he's advertising.
Consume the black pudding.
Oh no. So many. The theme tonight is apparently unaliving, which is really upsetting.
Your life will slip away, your doppelganger.
Why is he wearing those goggles? I had a dress like that when I was going as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service for Halloween.
Your body decomposes in a matter of hours, not weeks. You will no longer be here.
This is an advertisement.
Your doppelganger
No, no, no.
carry out the rest of your life, and no one will know the difference.
Wow.
Your pain no longer transfers to those you love the most.
Oh, we found it. Where was it?
Oh, just at the beginning of the trailer, he said.
Oh, good. You know, I'm starving. Let's go get something to eat.
The pain just goes away.
Damn. Oof. You really never know what you're gonna get with Burnt Mill Road. That's definitely one I've never seen before. Also, tonight there's a lot of unique ones as far as creation of different I don't even know what to call them. I This is probably the most newness as far as ideas in horror shorts that we've ever had in a single night so close together. So at the beginning, the guy that you saw, we've seen him in multiple horror shorts from this company before. The last time we saw him was that Fisheye one where it was like an Uber ride. He didn't have he didn't have goggles on in that one, and I couldn't take him seriously because he just didn't look scary at all. He just looked like a guy. Yeah, I figured you would remember. But this was an advertisement for black pudding that unalives you, and then a doppelganger takes over the rest of your life. And if that isn't the most late stage capitalist thing I've ever seen. It's just honestly like biggest oof. Or that doesn't get stars. That one gets 4 big oofs for me. For this exact point in this history. No, apparently not, because literally the perk of them selling it is that all your pain goes away. And I think that that qualifies as the pain, which is like biggest oof. That maybe, in fact, it gets 5 oofs out of 5 oofs, if you ask me. Next up, we got I think we've seen Envious Studios before, but I forget. But this one's called Don't Sink, Swim. I know, that's why it gets all the oofs. Because, yeah. We got that nice tire swing. I miss going on one of those. Those things are fucking fun. Sink or swim. It's too quiet.
I don't know. Well, I can come over. Do me if I'm off.
Okay, well, I guess I just don't want to jump in and pull out.
The sound sucks. I have mine up all the way and it's still barely like heard.
All right, love you back.
No captions either. We got that great tire swing action though. The birds are loud and clear. Oh, so what's she gonna be allergic to and die? Because that's for sure gonna happen. Now that we know she has an inhaler, she's doomed from suffocation for sure. I don't know how anyone can ever just go into water like this. As if it's like, there's not some working in there. But that's probably like, I know exactly, yeah, always. Yep. See, that person's for sure gonna take their inhaler. Look at his menacing red shirt. That has "I'm gonna take your inhaler" written all over it. Hi. Yeah, not even using words. That dude's a Trump supporter. Just watching menacingly. If he took a mugshot, you know what it would look like.
Get away! Go away!
That would suck. This is like everyone's.
I want to put it myself.
This is everyone's greatest fear, like at the beach. Like, I can't be the only one that when I go to a beach and then, like, all the stuff I own is still on the sand when I'm in the water, I'm like, oh, let me just get lost and lose everything I ever needed again. Is she losing the ability to swim? What's happening? Oh, she's getting too tired. What's up, Miranda? It's just because her inhaler. I don't use an inhaler, so I forget like what can trigger asthma. Can it be it's still there, it looks like. But has it run out? No, it looks like it's working. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? I wonder what's gonna happen. Because her inhaler looks like it's working. Right? Oh, well, fuck. That's some shit. Poke the hole! Everyone knows that! Oh, I'm disappointed. Damn. Everyone knows that trick, right? Where if that ever happens to you, all you gotta ever do, this is a fucking, this turned into a safety training. So if that ever happens to you, you put your fingers in your mouth and you poke through so that you could breathe, okay? I've seen enough horror films where that's happened, and apparently some sort of algorithm years ago was like, you need to see this. And I was like, you are correct. I did need to see this. So, but yeah, that's disappointing for me that she didn't follow the thing I know exists. It would be like the equivalent of someone getting chased by an alligator and then they didn't run in a diagonal. Even though I guess maybe I heard that might be not true. Anyway. Yeah, that was pretty, I mean, the thing is why didn't she could also checked in her back seat. I feel like whenever someone creepy is around, before you get in your car, you check in the back seat. And I feel like if this was a real human being, they would have done that first. So I'm a little bit less impressed with it than I could have, but it sneaked up on us, I think, right? But yeah, the inhaler is moved now. I'm glad that I can be a safety training for you, Ed. All right, we got. When I saw this in the options, I was like, this is hilarious. So we have 3 spooky true Target horror stories. So all of these are about Target. I haven't been inside of a Target since COVID started. So, and it's been actually years before that since I'd been in a Target. So I haven't been in a Target probably 7 or 8 years. Yeah, exactly. I know. There's no way he would have gotten away with hiding in the back seat of that car with that red shirt on. Like, you can't. I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. So that's why I forgot to rate it. I give it like. I mean, it was an interesting idea. Like I said, I feel like I've never seen any play off of that concern that I think is a real thing. Where like you go in the water and everything you own is not in the water with you. So I think it gets, for novelty, it gets like a couple points for that. But I wasn't spooked by it, and she should have poked through. So yeah, a 3 or a 3.5, somewhere in there. Anyway, let's get spooked about Target, shall we? There's 3 of them. In total,
I
they're a
used to
half
shop at
hour.
Target all the time. But recently, I don't want to go back there. At least, not to the location that I live by. Some creepy and weird things happened to me there.
Oh, this is by
There's
MJ.
really only
the
one Target
animations.
that's close to where I live. It's been my main store for years to get just about anything. There's some other stores that I go to as well, but Target has the best variety. I've always preferred it over Walmart as well.
That's a good point.
One night, I went shopping after work. I was getting a lot of items, mainly groceries. I got a cart and began shopping around the store. It wasn't all that busy, and that made things go smoothly. After shopping for probably about 30 minutes, I was almost done. My cart had lots of items in it, and I was in the last area of the store that I would be going to, which was the cold section. The refrigerated items and the freezer items is what I would always get last.
Yeah,
That way, they wouldn't melt by the time I got home.
yeah.
When I got to that section of the store, it was empty. I was the only person there.
They barely ever have any.
I had a
don't
freezer
they?
at the back of the store, and I was getting something from it. And I saw something strange. It was like movement of some sort behind the
So,
items.
there's just a man.
This particular freezer section was up against the very back of the store leading to the back room. That's when I realized
That's
there
how
was
that
someone
is.
back there.
It's always
And then
been
the
weird,
freezer
hasn't
shelves.
it?
I could
That the
see
fact that
between
that's
the
the
levels of
case.
shelves that they had, but not by much.
I remember that.
Somebody was right behind the spot that I was at.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was kind of funny, but I soon realized it wasn't a Target employee. I moved down to get something else, and whoever was there seemed to move down with me. As I was examining a product, I could see that the person was wearing black, not the typical red shirt and khakis that a Target employee would wear. Then they got closer, and I noticed that I could now see their head through the gap between the shelves. The person was wearing a black ski mask. My
Being
only
very
thought was that
secretive,
this
aren't
was
they?
really strange. I moved even further down, and the masked man moved down with me. He was
Okay, he
beginning
got
to really
eye holes
freak me
this
out.
time.
He kept staring at me from the other side.
Before, it
Luckily for
was
me,
just the
I only
mouth.
needed one more item from that aisle.
Influencer
I
in the
went to grab
wild.
it, as the masked man was
Maza
staring at me.
cheese.
Then, as I was reaching for the product, the guy reached over and shoved the whole box of them at me. Multiple items fell onto the floor. I put them back as he disappeared into the freezer. This guy was causing problems, and I decided to tell an employee about him. I walked down a few aisles before finding somebody who worked there. I told them about the guy and how he was inside of the freezer. The employee told me that she would tell the person to leave and that they couldn't be back there. There happened to be doors leading to the back room of the store right nearby, and I watched her walk through them. About a minute later, the employee emerged again. She told me that she couldn't find anybody back there at all. Whoever had been doing that must have left. I hadn't seen
Back
anybody
door.
else come out of the doors, though. I shrugged it off and was done with my shopping, so I decided to head out. I walked up to the front and paid for everything, then left the store.
Buy 2, get 1.
About a week later, I returned. I would say that I went grocery shopping roughly once a week. I didn't have a specific day or anything like that I would go. but on average it was probably about once.
Cool.
This time that I went back to the Target was just like any other. I did all of my shopping in about 30 minutes or
Disc,
so,
70%.
and then checked out with all of my items. After I left the store, I walked out to my car and unloaded the groceries into it. Then I started driving home. This particular Target has several other businesses around it, like just past the parking lot.
Sure.
There was also a few trees and bushes around for scenery. As I was driving away, leaving the parking lot, I was driving between some other businesses and the Target parking lot going to a connecting road. That's when I saw the same guy dressed in all black and a ski mask. He was halfway hiding behind a bush, and he popped out and looked directly at me as I drove away. I drove right past him in disbelief. This was the same guy who I had seen last time I had been at this same Target. But this time he was outside, not inside the store. It was crazy to me how I specifically saw
That would be
him.
creepy, but
Maybe he just liked to go to Target and mess with people. I really didn't know. But what I did know is that I was really weirded out by this. The way he was hiding in the bushes was concerning. Luckily, I was away from him now and on the way home. After that experience, I didn't go to Target for almost 2 weeks. When I returned, it was just another routine shopping trip, just like any other. Did my shopping like always,
disc,
and left the store.
10%.
It was nighttime again, and things were pretty quiet inside and outside of the Target. I had parked sort of in the
Nobody
middle of
was
the
at the
parking lot,
Target.
about halfway back. There were a few other cars around mine.
Wait. Just no.
Most
There's
people
an
have
ad
no
in the
clue that
middle.
in 2023 the
This is-
best way to make money on Amazon
It's
is
so
not
funny
with
when how they do this, because it's like, how many people have watched it? I
Got back
don't
to
know.
my car, and I loaded the groceries again and got inside. I started my engine and was just about ready to drive away. I happened to glance over at the car that was parked directly
You
next
know
to me
it's
to
the
the
guy.
left, for no particular reason. When I glanced over, though, I noticed movement. It caught my attention, and my eyes stayed focused on it. The entire car had looked empty to me. The car was a standard-looking white sedan, and the back windows were tinted dark, but the front windows I could see through. That's when somebody emerged from the back seat, crawling over into the front passenger seat. It was a guy wearing all black and a ski mask. My jaw dropped when I saw this. He looked right at me through the windows separating us. He continued to stare at me for probably 5 seconds or so, as I sat there in total shock. Then, his door started to open. I was so surprised, still from just seeing the guy, that I didn't do anything. It was like I couldn't move. After he opened the door, he stood up and reached for my driver's door. I finally came to my senses and hit the lock key.
That's what he did
Just
with his
moments later,
arms.
the man with the mask tried opening my driver's door, which had just locked. He then leaned in very closely to my driver's window, basically pressing his face against it. I was beyond creeped out. He stared right at me, as close as he possibly could. I yelled at him to go away, but he didn't move. I put my car into
Did you
reverse
see that
and then
glitch?
started backing out. The guy grabbed onto my car as I backed away. He was trying to stay with me, but when I had backed out and began driving, he
Why did
finally
he
let
think
go.
that would be a good
I
idea?
saw him then run back to the car that he had been inside. I hit the gas harder to leave as soon as possible. Then I was able to make it out of the parking lot, and I quickly turned off to a busier street. After that, I quickly turned into another parking lot and then turned my lights off and parked. I watched, and several seconds later, I saw a car come out of the Target parking lot and drive quickly down the street past me. I was pretty sure that that was the guy.
Got him.
After the car was long gone, I was able to drive home, and I made it back okay. This wasn't all that long ago. Each of the last 3 times I went to that Target, I've seen the same man. Why is he there, and what is he doing?
Nobody
don't
says
know.
anything about, like,
I haven't been
okay,
back to that Target since.
like what I'm imagining for some reason
Push
is
him
like,
back.
and I think it's because I've worked so much retail, is I'm imagining that if this is a real story, which they say it is, they say it's true, which they always do. I'm imagining working my job. There's no way. There's no way that if this customer had seen this person, that there aren't employees that would have seen this person come in and been like, oh, like there's that fucking guy that dresses in all black and wears a ski mask. And the fact that there would for sure be like some sort of running discourse about him by the employees who just didn't do anything about it. And to think that that would be like an inevitable part of like, yeah, like, there's fucking Terry, the person that wears all black and fucking terrorizes the customers. Like, okay, but seriously though, I remember being always creeped out by the Target freezer section, and until they said that in the beginning, I forgot because it's been so long since I've been in a Target. I'm talking like since as far back as I remember going to Targets, like before they even had like a more sophisticated fresh grocery section, like back when it was like the freezers really are always on the very back of the store. And then you can tell that obviously wherever they get all of their shit delivered is where they have the fucking freezers, because it's probably easiest for them to just, bring the stuff straight to the freezers so that it stays coldest. But I always remember taking stuff out of those freezers and thinking this is really creepy because I feel like I can see into the back, and I would sometimes see people back there. So this is a very like possible thing I can actually see happening, and it is creepy in a way that I'd never thought about before. So it's interesting that they decided to make a story about it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of more funny for me than anything else. We got 2 more creepy Target stories. I give this like, I don't know, like a 2 or a 3, I guess. Let's see if the second one can do any better.
I'm a female. I worked at Target for a while. Over
Oh,
a year
here we
ago.
go. I hope
The
this is
Target
about
that I
the
worked
same
at
guy.
was very close to my apartment at the time, and it was a pretty enjoyable job for me. My favorite part was talking with coworkers
Look at the
and
way
becoming
they
friends
draw
with them.
their arms.
Mostly what I would do is work in the clothing department. I would do all sorts of things there, and it wasn't very stressful
The Target
because things usually don't
stories.
get busy like they do in the grocery section. At the time of the story, I'd been working there for almost 4 months. I remember it very well. It all started on a typical day at work. I was in the clothing department, particularly the women's section, straightening up items that were out of place. It was during the daytime, and the store was calm. This is when a tall man approached me. Assuming he was a customer who had a question about something, I greeted him, asking how I could help. The man stood there, looking directly at me with a somewhat creepy grin on his face for a moment. He then said, "Yes, you can help me by going out with me tonight." I laughed it off. I had no interest.
One of our goals is to make the transaction as
The
easy as
sexism
possible.
and then the ad.
DocuSign has been
Don't hit on
No
people at
interest in
work.
going out with the man, but I wasn't scared of him or anything. I just told him that I had a boyfriend, even though I didn't actually have one.
As
This
one
was always the
did
best way
in
to
the,
tell
like,
off a guy
90s
that I
and
wasn't
2000s.
interested in my experience. The man replied rather quickly, saying, "No, you don't." I told him that I did, and I asked the man if he needed help finding anything. He then responded with an even creepier
Look at
reply.
him.
"Yes, directions to your house." I
Bro.
laughed off this remark as well. I was just hoping that the man was joking around, because this was getting really weird. After he said that, I told him that I had a lot of work to do, and I told him to have a good day. Then I started making my way to another section of the large clothing department that we had. The clothing area was practically big enough to get lost in. I was hoping to lose sight of the man.
It's always in that
But when I
one
started
section of
moving away,
Target.
he followed.
They say that like
When
no
I made
one's
it to
ever
another
seen a
section,
Target
and he
before.
was still next to me, I
So I
stopped.
guess there's maybe
I
2
didn't have a
sections.
problem with confrontation, and I said to the man, "Why are you following me? You're kind of creeping me out."
Because he's fucking
The guy put
creepy.
his hands up as if to say, "My bad." He then walked away, and it
Yeah,
was a huge
you're
relief.
bad.
I had dealt with customers asking me out or trying to flirt with me a couple of times. It didn't happen very often, but here and there it did. None of them had been nearly as bad as this, though. I kept working for several hours. By then, I'd forgotten about my experience earlier,
Uh-oh.
but I soon remembered when I spotted the same man. I couldn't believe it at first.
Is he gonna be
But this
creepy
was now
peering
about
around
3 hours
something?
after our first interaction. To me,
I
it
knew
was
it.
still mind-blowing that he was still in the store. Maybe he had left and then come back.
He looks like
Either way,
kind of like
it was
Michael
strange,
Jackson.
and it was now a
doesn't he?
bigger concern for me. Because shortly after
You
I
know that
spotted
that's what
him,
they were going
I saw
for.
him look over at me and then look quickly away. The man was sort of far away too. It looked like he was almost hiding from me. He stood, mostly covered by a rack of clothing, staring in my
He
direction.
looks tall as
I moved
absolute
slightly
fuck right
and
there.
kept working. The man did
Dude
something
had to have
rough
been
to
like
keep
8
looking at
feet
me.
tall if he was looking over that fucking shelf.
This was really annoying now. I walked away, leaving what I was doing.
He's
I
just
moved
a
to a
whole,
whole other
the
section
whole
of the
fucking
store, far
basketball
away from
star.
that. There, I didn't really have any work to do, but I just wanted to get that man off of me.
Yeah,
I
understandable.
was now in the grocery area, and I was there for about a minute before spotting the man again. He was walking into the area, and he saw me for a split second, and then disappeared
That's
into a
not
nearby
okay.
aisle. At this point, I decided to take my break. I had one that I could take at any time, and I was planning to
Yeah.
after I had finished the work that I was doing in the clothing department. But seeing as this creep was back and still following me around, I decided to just take my break now.
Good call.
I radioed in on my walkie-talkie to let my supervisor know I would be taking my break. Then I headed towards the front end of the store. The break room. with
So
two
he's
doors at the
obviously
front.
gonna go in there.
And I walked in.
Now that we see the
Right
sign
inside
that
the break
says
room,
tap only.
I thought back to the crazy situation. Did that man seriously think he was being slick? I mean, I spotted him twice, and it was like he thought I couldn't see him. I just hoped that he would notice I was not there anymore and then leave. I'm not going to lie. I took a little bit extra time on the break. I was pretty concerned to return back out and
Dude,
see the
tell
man
your
again.
manager.
If I did see him, I was going to have to tell a coworker or
Yeah.
our security team. I didn't want to have to do that, but I would if it was necessary. When I went back out, though, I didn't notice the man anywhere. I went back to work in the clothing department, but was much more alert and constantly looking around. I didn't see the guy for the rest
Uh-oh,
of my
it's
shift
starting
that
now.
night.
You know,
For about
dude's
2
under
more
her car
hours.
already.
I was really happy about this. But still, I thought possibly he was still there looking at me somewhere, and had just gotten better about hiding. At the end of the day, though, I don't think he was. I left work and went home, not seeing the guy at all.
Yeah, he's for sure
Soon.
under your car.
Forgot all about him.
Like,
I worked several more times that week, mostly my usual shifts. One night, the very next week, I found myself working on a quiet evening. I was almost done, and it was past the busy amount of customers that we would usually get between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. I was doing my usual work of organizing a section of the
that's
clothing
the worst
department.
point of working.
That's when I got a call on my walkie. Somebody radioed asking for me, and I radioed back telling them to go ahead. I wasn't quite sure who had said it, but that wasn't uncommon. A big store like Target has so many employees. Plus, there are always new people. A handful of my coworkers, I could instantly recognize their voices over the walkie-talkie, but many of them I could not. After telling them to go ahead, they asked me to go to Channel 3. This is how we would communicate without other employees hearing us.
I remember
It was
that.
used for more descriptive details or directions on what we were supposed to do. After turning to 3, I told them to go ahead again. That's when I was told that I was needed in receiving and to help with something
He's
quick.
like, hey, I'm trying to kidnap
told
you.
them that I
Could
was
you
on my
come
way
to
and
somewhere
began
so
walking
that
over.
I can
Receiving
kidnap you?
was the
Thank
back room
you.
of the store, basically. It wouldn't work back there a lot, but I had helped with things there several times in the past.
Uh-oh, the
It took me a
creepiest
few minutes to
reception
walk all the
area.
way back there. When I had made it, I
It looks
exited the
like
store
it's
into the hall.
entered to a dungeon or
This was very
something.
quiet back there.
Oh man,
I had expected to
I've
see
worked
someone there
in
waiting
I've
for me.
worked backstock before,
I turned my
and I
walkie
know
to
how
Channel
creepy
3
those
again and
areas
said
can
that I
be.
was in receiving. Nobody said anything,
So
but I heard my voice echo onto somebody else's walkie nearby. I then called out, asking where they were. I didn't get a response. I walked closer to the voice, which was near one of the doors leading to outside.
Uh-oh.
I noticed that it was open, and I could see outside into the night. That's when I saw the man again. He stepped out from behind a shelf back there.
That's creepy.
I couldn't believe he was here.
Bro, you gotta
That
go.
was you on the walkie, wasn't it? I said to him. The man just started walking towards me.
He
I
started
backed away
walking.
as he got closer. I
Walking.
looked at how much taller he was than me. If he tried to grab me, it would be
Yeah, he was
difficult
like
to get
8
away.
feet tall if he looked
He got
over that
closer, and
fucking
I turned
shoulder
around.
before.
But as soon as I did, he grabbed my arm. Then he started to pull me backwards. I started
His
yelling,
Lego hand.
but back there, it wasn't likely anybody would hear me.
Dude, that's so...
Suddenly, I heard the doors leading back to the shopping area open. I then saw one of my coworkers, Amy, walking over.
Amy, we need
I
your help.
yelled at her, and she asked what was going on. The man let me go, and then sprinted out the doors outside.
Bro.
I ran over to Amy and explained to her what had happened. Amy told me that she had heard the person asking me to go to Channel 3. She said that when she didn't recognize the voice, and was just being nosy in general, she
Hell
turned to
yeah,
Channel 3
Amy.
as well. She was wondering what I was being asked to do. When she heard I was supposed to go to receiving, she found it strange, because she had just been there earlier in the night, and wasn't aware of anything that would be done back there. She decided to see for herself. Really glad that she did.
Good
I
job,
had to
Amy.
call the police and report the incident, but unfortunately, not much could be done. The man had bought a walkie-talkie and got on the same frequency as us, which was not hard to do at all. Many standard walkie-talkies were capable.
Red Eye, Michael
I'm
Jackson.
just glad I was all right. Worked at Target for a few months after that, and luckily, never saw the man again.
You know Target's got security cameras. Like,
Dinner.
someone's gonna need to fix something
It's
about
rather-
Target so that shit like that doesn't happen ever again. Yeah, Amy was the real MVP, like, for sure. That's what sucks is, like, I think it's, next one's about a super Target. I think it's easy for people who are just like have never actually worked retail before to like forget how much of a retail store is like held together behind the illusion of a corporation name and how much is like really just nothingness. Like, do you all know what I'm saying? Like, I mean that if you've never worked retail before, it feels like everything must be really well put together. But when you work there, you see that the only thing really holding it together is you and your coworkers. So like, there's an infinite amount of things that can go wrong, and that's just one of them. So I mean, the likelihood again, just like the other one, is pretty fucking high. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, thank God for nosy people, though. Yeah, I think that was pretty fucking creepy, to be honest. I wasn't spooked by it as usual, but I'd give it, like, probably, like, a 3. Alright, our last spooky true Target horror story. Animated.
I'm a
Oh,
former
Wally
Target
Ward?
employee.
Okay.
I worked there 5 years ago, pushing carts in the parking lot. This was one of my favorite jobs that I've had so far, to be
People like
honest.
that. I see, it
It
seems
was
like.
pretty enjoyable and easy
As in
work.
pushing carts, not Walmart.
I do have one really scary story to tell. This is something that still creeps me out when I think about it. I worked at a super Target, and it was in a busy area. The store and the parking lot
I just
were
worked
very
a lot
big,
of, like,
and they were close to other
mall
stores and
shops.
restaurants that were close by. This made work challenging occasionally because of how busy it would get. One time, I was working a night shift, and it had been really busy in
Why
the day
did they draw
earlier,
their
but by
boobs
now,
like that?
things were very hot.
I just can't
It
get
felt
over
like the
it.
calm after the storm, because the carts were
Look at all
scattered
those
throughout the
fucking
parking lot,
carts.
not just in the corrals. This was typical on busy days. When I had the time later, I would go all around the parking lot and retrieve the carts that were not in the corrals. I would also bring all the ones that were in the corrals back to the store as well. Obviously, with how busy it had been earlier, I hadn't been able to keep up with the parking lot as perfectly as I would like. So,
I'm
probably
sorry.
about 9 p.m. or so, I went to the northeast corner.
I
of
never
the
thought
parking
about
lot.
how creepy it
There was
really
a cart
probably
that
would
was
be to
against the
do this
curb
job.
at the corner the farthest away
Like
from the
to
store.
specifically
I walked
get
over
the
and got
carts.
the car. As soon as I was grabbing it, I noticed an SUV pulling into this area.
Yeah,
of the
like
parking
that's
lot.
like it's like
There was an
obvious
entrance/exit
kidnap people
right
kind
there
of
as
job.
well. The SUV did not keep driving though. Instead, it stopped right in front of me. I found this kind of strange. But I just
Oh,
got the
yeah.
car and started walking back to the store. But that's when I heard a voice call out, "Hey!" I looked back and saw a man getting out of the SUV. The vehicle was not parked in a parking space, but just parked
Yeah, you're
there,
gonna
partly
need to go
covering two
inside the
different
Target.
spaces and the driving area.
Yeah, I
The
believe
guy
you.
said to me that maybe I could help him with something.
Why do they? Oh, I love
I
how
stopped
they
with the
always
car
draw
and
the
looked
like
back to him.
bad people
Asked
with
him
their
whether he
eyes
needed
like
help
that.
The man waved me over and I started walking to him. He said that he didn't know if I knew much about cars or not, but he did, and something weird was happening with his.
Yeah, that's suspicious
I was
as
sure,
fuck.
but looked sort of strong. I did know a little bit about cars, but not a whole lot. I was hoping that I would be able to help the man with his problem, though.
That's not your
The
job.
man asked
You're
me
not
to
getting
get
paid
inside
enough
the
for
back seat
this.
of his car and listen to the weird noise it made when he drove. The question really seemed to come out of
No.
left field. It took me by surprise, and it also seemed really sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy as
I
fuck.
changed my mind suddenly. Actually, I really don't know anything about cars, I said. Then I turned around to
Yeah,
get
you
my
gotta
car
go.
and started walking back over to it.
Go inside
The
the
man told me to
Target.
wait, but I didn't. I kept walking, making my way back to the Target. I
Make
heard
your way
footsteps of a
downtown,
man
walk in
coming
fast,
after me,
get
though.
inside that
This was really
Target.
strange. I sped up. The guy behind me seemed to speed up as well. At that point, I decided to just
Oh
start
god.
sprinting.
Yeah,
I
run.
felt like I was
Throw
in
a card
danger,
at this
and I
fucking
knew if I
creep.
made it in the Target, I would be safe. I ran all the way there, sprinting with the car, and the man could not keep up and stopped
Good.
chasing me. When I got back inside, I decided to work on the other end of the parking lot for a while.
Yeah, just
And that's
just
exactly
tell
what I did.
somebody and
And I
don't
also
go
tried to
outside
stay close to
again.
the buildings that I collected parts from the other end.
How's it going? We're
Everything
watching
went
spooky
fine.
stories
I looked out
about
to the other
Target
side of
right
the
now.
parking lot where the man and his car had been, and I didn't see him or the SUV. He must have left, which was good. After working for a while, it was time for my final break of the day. It was a 15-minute break. I walked back inside and into the break room. There, I sat on my phone, scrolling through social media and Snapchatting with friends.
That sounds right.
At that time, I was the only person in the break room. With it being late, there was an overlap of people at the end of their evening shifts or at the beginning of their overnight shifts. Nobody else was taking their break. This was fine with me. About halfway through, I heard the door to the break room open and close. There was a little hallway with a closet that led into the break room. I expected somebody to enter the room, but no one did. I didn't think anything of it. I continued sitting in my chair and looking at my phone. But several moments later, I had a strange feeling. It was like the feeling that I was being watched. I usually don't get this feeling, so when I did, I turned around. That's when I saw the guy who had chased after me earlier.
Bro.
He was standing in the entrance of the break room, looking right at me.
Creeps gotta
Yes,
stop
started
getting
walking
inside
closer.
Target. Like,
I got up and once again
Target's
sprinted
too
away from
easy
the
to
man.
break into,
I ran out
apparently.
the other exit of the break room, which led to an employees-only area where you
I
punched
got
it
like
and
an
there was a
eyelash
desk
in my
as
eye or
well.
something.
Nobody was back there at the time. There was also a door leading to outside, and I ran out
This
of
is
it
the
and
second
back into the
story
parking lot.
where a retail
I ran
worker at
around to the other
Target has
entrance
been
and
harassed.
quickly found one of the managers.
Actually,
Told them
3
to close
times.
her. But when they went
Right?
into the break room,
All 3 of
the
them
man
had
was gone.
something like this.
He must have exited after I had. Luckily, I didn't have much time left on the clock. I worked very carefully for the next 30 minutes or so.
You get
Then
to go
I punched
home.
out and went home.
You don't get it. Again, you're not paid enough to be terrorized.
After this incident, I worked at Target for quite a while. Nothing like that ever happened again,
Cigars.
I'm glad to say.
Wow. Yeah, Target, you're gonna need to do something about that. I honestly think that we should start a lawsuit because that wasn't okay. All 3 of those stories are, I feel like, a liability against your brand, and you don't get to get away with it just because you have memes with that swayed the public a couple years ago to go. So, yeah, do something about the amount of people that can break into your store and terrorize your customers and workers because that's not okay. All right, I give that. Yeah, the last one I think that was probably less creepy than the second one about the retail worker getting creeped out, but still pretty creepy. I'd give it like a 2. All right, we got one for the first time in a while by ACM Official. It's called Hot Yoga. So I think it's going to be worse. Let's see.
I have the heat turned way up. Get ready. It's about to get hot.
So this is a preview of climate
Let's
change.
begin with some simple breathing exercises. Everyone, exhale.
You didn't even have a breathe in.
Now hold.
This isn't okay. This is actually immediately rude.
Keep holding.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Holding.
Wow. That guy's already... That person's sweating after like 15 seconds.
Inhale. Wonderful.
Every once in a while, ACM Official is pretty
Let's
funny.
limber up. Let's
Yeah.
release the tension in our necks.
This isn't hot yoga.
Everyone, turn to the left. And turn to the right.
That guy's not.
As you hold this posture, I'll come around and correct some of you in your form.
I'm gonna stop chewing my
A
cuticles.
little bit more.
Is she
to
gonna
the
break this
right.
guy's neck? I fucking knew. What the fuck? Oh my god. As soon as she touched his neck, I was like, this guy's about to die. Wow.
Relax.
Okay.
Getting really hot. Can we turn it down?
No. This is hot yoga.
Yeah.
Let's
DCM is pretty funny
go
sometimes.
through a count. Everyone join me in
The way that it's not even been like a minute yet, right? And 2 people have already died?
Inhale.
It's okay, it's been 2
Exhale.
minutes. A minute per person.
Slow.
Uh-oh.
Return to your cow.
What is she gonna break this person's spine?
Not quite deep enough.
Okay, but like I've seen enough wrestling to know that that wouldn't actually kill someone. Efficient.
Better. Come relax back on your mat.
I think it's getting too hot.
How are they
Nonsense.
sweating but she's not?
It's not hot enough. Let's raise it a couple degrees.
Let's raise it a couple degrees.
She'll be fine. It is getting late here. Maybe it's getting hot?
From hell. All the rest of the
I think
yoga students are dead.
And that's it. This concludes your session of hot yoga. I hope you had a wonderful
It was a
time
couple
studying
minutes.
today. Namaste.
ACM is like, I can't decide if like I like them or if I'm just like, come on, like, because everyone's so like that one was. I don't know. I just don't even know what to say about it. Like, you gotta appreciate the absurdity of what they do. I think I didn't understand it at the start, but it's kind of grown on me. Can't wait to see those Yelp reviews. Yeah, I mean, I never liked hot yoga. And honestly, I've heard that it's bad for you. So, it checks. Oh no, I accidentally clicked too far. The next one, I mean, as usual, I probably give that one like a 2. Is this the actual horror short? Because if it is, their budget is surprising. But yeah, I think I give the last one like a 2. Don't Trust by Ferdy Films. Whoever Ferdy is, they must be rich, because this looks like it's pretty high budget for a horror short film. Yeah, that's true. Oh, damn. Yeah, at least one slip on the mat. I know, I'm surprised. They basically did 0 yoga poses. It's always funny whenever people that don't do yoga, like, do a rendition of yoga. Ooh, the lighting. I'm actually really, really into it. You know the budget is higher, too, whenever they do the thing where the texts go on top of the video.
And tomorrow is a good day. We're meeting each other for the first time.
Yeah, like, look at all the fancy effects they have. Whoever these people are, they're rich. Oh, it's one of those shirts where it's like you divide up where the arms are and where the part is that covers your torso. Those shirts are goofy. This is so high budget. Oh my god, they're so rich. Look at everything about it is just like rich, rich, rich. What? Drone shots, exactly. Look at the lighting on the water, though. Like, that's actually... This is beautiful. It really is. It's just, like, it's so much.
Diego? Diego.
Oh, Diego. The fucking panning is really something. The sound feels like slightly off, and they're really, really selling it with the fucking panning. Did someone die there? Wow. Is this a COVID era horror film? It looked like he died in 2020. Wow. He was murdered. Not yet so they don't know why or by who.
He's dead.
Hate it when the dead guy texts you to go to where he died. I don't know what to say about this. So you're just like, Rich is absolute fuck, and a dead guy texted you. This person is even richer because they wear driving gloves. I know that's some rich person shit. That's extra rich. Look, they got another... What the hell kind of car is that? I forget. What is... Like... What is happening? They were like, hey, we're rich, and it's a pandemic. Do you want to make a short horror film that shows that we're so rich? And then they were like, of course I do. Oh yeah, Audis. Yeah. Hey, we both have Audis. Do you want to make a horror film? With our drone? And they were like, yes, I do. I would love nothing more than to do exactly that. It must be nice. Sure, I have a BMW. Exactly. Look at that fancy fucking chair. That's like one of those ergonomic chairs. Don't worry, we'll see each other soon. Wait, okay, so you're telling me a stranger texted her? Let's meet at the mountain lake. I think you know which one. The mountain lake. Safe code. Just, okay. Okay, if they're rich, they would have a bit more money inside that safe next to the gun than those a couple fake $100 bills. I don't know rich people, but I feel like they would have at least had a couple bricks. They're like, we're paying for the best gas, just in case anyone was curious what kind of gas goes inside this very expensive car. It's the best kind of gas. The one that's entirely to the right of all of the gas pumps, that no one touches except for rich people. The next morning. Oh, she's going to the mountain lake. With her very well color-coded rich people clothes and backpack. They won't run right unless you use premium, exactly. Look, that's the mountain lake that we knew of from the beginning. She's got a gun now. Isn't Diego dead? So, like, what exactly is she gonna do with a gun? Okay, but look at how absolutely beautiful this mountain lake is, because holy fuck. I've never seen, except for on the TV show Alone, I've never seen an area more beautiful. Like, I can't even fathom actually being there. It's like seeing someone walk through a postcard. You know which one, exactly. Exactly, I know. Oh look, it's Diego. You better not come here in red font. Oh my god, what? I really can't with this. After everything they did in the beginning, that's the CGI monster face they choose? And then it was a dream? Oh, come on. See you tomorrow, kissy face. Wow. I really, like, after everything that they did in the beginning to show how rich they are, to just end with a fucking graphic spooky face at the end on the back of this person's face and a gunshot, you gotta be fucking kidding me right now. You absolutely have to be fucking kidding me. Like, how many times, okay, just Ed in particular, how many times have we seen the ones? It's like every single one that you can tell that is obviously created just so that they can get budget for a different film. They always have the absolute worst endings, and they always include the most ridiculously bad CGI spooky faces. Like, it's not even remotely spooky. I can't with that. I know, like, truly. Yeah, bored kids got lazy at Project End. I know, that's so true. I gotta use the little NB's room, so I'll be right back. Here's the little thing. Be Ed, you're always dancing whenever I walk away. And I respect that. But like I said, I think just on Thursday, you can definitely dance even when I'm still here. All right, we got another Barbie one. But this time it's by ACM Official, so you know it's going to be the worst Barbie one we've ever seen. It's only a couple minutes long, so I'm wondering how bad they can really make it. Let's see. That's when my curiosity got the best of me when I saw it in the recommendations.
Mom told me to tell you it's bedtime.
It's way too quiet.
You're playing with the Barbie.
Why is this guy acting like this? Can you not?
Make me.
That's it. I'm telling Mom.
Fine. Have your stupid Barbie.
This is very brotherly behavior, though, isn't it?
I hate you.
From what I hear. Look at that evil smile. They were like, we're gonna need you to be the most evil smiler.
Don't worry. Still my favorite.
Is this what a kid's bedroom looks like nowadays?
Good night.
With like almost emojis. Oh my god, and the clap on, clap off lights. Okay, but it's probably not TikTok approved, but we all know that the top of that Barbie's head looks pretty phallic. Yeah, fair enough. That's for your siblings to decide. That Barbie's about to terrorize this brother. I like how there's just a single M for some reason. Did you all see that? Like next to the bed, there's just a single M. That Barbie's just climbing the bed. It's pretty loud. I mean, pulled off her head, so kind of had it coming to him, if you ask me. She got her head back. Is it his? Oh my god, no, that's hysterical. See, that's what I mean. Like, that's pretty funny. Like, that's a it's so ridiculous and not well done that you kind of have to appreciate it. Because it's like the lengths to which they always go like, to just do the most ridiculous shit is like, I don't know. I feel like as usual, I got terrible trash taste in horror, and I feel like I'm kind of understanding what they really do in a way that maybe I never really got before. Like with these particular two that I've included in tonight's lineup. I think I give that probably like a 3 just because it's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. They didn't even try to make the boy's head look like it was remotely really like I don't know, like it's just yeah, you gotta give them that. Just because they tried. All right, we got one. It's a new one. Came out 2023. They make it very clear. And this is, I think, a new company we've never seen before. It's called Foreverus Productions. And it's called Friend. Friend. All capitals.
Hi, you've reached IT Solutions. This is Natalie speaking. How can I assist you? Have you tried updating to the latest software? Of course. Of course. I understand. It might be easier if you try to update. I understand that it must be frustrating, sir. If you try to maybe update the software, it might. Right. Sir, please stop sharing. I'll do my best to assist you if you just.
Call centers are so awful. She looks like she's got some witchy stuff going on, though, so hopefully she gets her vengeance. Uh-oh, that's creepy. And pretty well done. Right? Like just the corner around her shoulder kind of creep. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I've worked in call centers before, or at least one for a newspaper, and it was the absolute fucking worst.
Hi, you've reached IT Solutions. This is Natalie speaking. How can I assist you? Hello?
Hi. Thank you so much for responding to my call.
Of course, it's my job, sir.
Call me Thomas. I must speak to so many people every day. Let me introduce myself so you know there's a person on the outside.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Thomas. How can I help you today?
Well, I was calling to
Oh,
my
nice.
down, and I'm supposed to have tonight with my nephew.
I'm sorry about that.
It's like just so people know.
I'll do my best. I assume you've tried restarting it.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Then what I need you to do is to remove, do you see the blue wire? It should be on the right side.
Yes, I see. This is next to the red one that says danger.
Exactly. That's the one. Once you removed it, wait 30 seconds and then put it back in place. What? Sorry?
Okay, the light's now on.
The creepiest voice.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Your internet should come back on soon.
The light turned on, but it's still not working.
Okay, then let me just.
Bro.
Wonderful. Well, it's working now.
Great.
What?
He's not even trying to not be creepy about it. Uh-oh. That was a lot of whatever instrument that was. I mean, it was a pretty okay job. It, like, I expected more to happen. I don't know if anyone else did. I felt like there was gonna be, like, something shown that would have been creepier. They went with, like, their crescendo. But yeah, definitely creepy for sure. I'd give it probably like a 3 or 3.5. Cause like I really did like, yeah, it was left to the imagination. I liked the like, and they did, like I said, they did a good job with like when she was opening the fridge door thing, like around the corner. I think that was well done. So that's why it at least gets a 3 for me, I think. Alright, we got One by Wancy Entertainment. It's a grandmother horror story.
From when my grandmother was in her 20s.
That's loud.
She is now in her 80s, but has surprisingly beautiful skin. Whenever I complimented her on her beautiful skin, she would tell me this chilling story. Now, let's narrate the story from my grandmother's perspective.
In my early 20s, I worked as a maid in a grand mansion of a wealthy family. There were a total of 5 maids, and I was the youngest when I first started. However, all the maids working there had pale skin and looked sickly. At first, I didn't think much of it and brushed it off.
They're wrapping their youth.
As time went on, things started getting
Clearly.
stranger. The maids would collapse one by one every day, and I could clearly sense that something was happening to them, but they wouldn't say anything to me. Then, one day, the lady of the house called me into the shower room.
She's like, hi, I'm gonna steal your
I
youth.
was so shocked, I almost fell backward. She was bathing in a bathtub filled with red liquid.
Sure.
The smell of blood from that moment is still vivid in my memory.
This is pretty typical.
She quietly said, "Shall I reveal the secret to my beauty?" By the way, she was in her 50s.
She's like, it's clearly
but
me
had
bathing
an
in blood.
unbelievably youthful face. She asked me to come closer, and from within the bathtub, she took out a syringe and pierced it into my arm, drawing blood. I tried to resist, but I was too scared to move. She took my blood and sprayed it all over her body, all the while exclaiming in admiration, "Ah, it's refreshing."
You
Then
gotta quit
she
that
looked
job.
into my eyes and said, "I'll double your salary this month. Come to the bathroom again next week."
This is incredible.
I couldn't muster a response. As I hesitated, she held the syringe close to my neck and asked, "Should I finish it all today?" I had no choice but to agree.
You absolutely had a choice.
I wanted to
You
turn
gotta go.
away, but I
Workers'
couldn't
rights. You
refuse
guys
the
gotta
large
use
sum of
that.
money she was offering. At that time, my family was very poor,
That
and I
sucks.
couldn't earn that much money anywhere else. Eventually, I continued to give her my blood periodically.
I mean, you make more blood,
She
I
said
guess.
that many rich people were taking blood baths, so she
I
wasn't the only
actually
one
fully
doing it.
believe that.
However, one day, she was found dead in the bathtub.
Well,
The police arrived
it
with
kind
the
of adds
screams
to
of
the
the maids, and when they saw her body, was blue, and the police said that there was not a drop of blood left in her entire body. There were dozens of holes punctured all over her body, and it was speculated that someone had drained all her blood at once. Strangely, police
Who's the youngest
never
looking
found
person in the
Nicole.
vicinity? Because you know
No
that it's
evidence was discovered whatsoever.
I think that's pretty. It's a
Of course,
pretty
all
dead
the
giveaway.
maids had alibis. After that, the case of her death remained
You know that
unsolved.
it's the person telling the
To
story.
this day, nobody knows who killed
It's her. It's your
But did you
grandma.
know, I actually know the answer.
Your grandma looks really young.
I was the last person she called into
Exactly.
the bathroom before she died.
Wait, I forgot at the beginning until near the end. I mean, damn. That was good. That was probably one of the best OneC Entertainment ones we've ever seen, if you ask me. Because I actually got chills at the end. And I don't think I've ever, like, I don't think I've ever gotten that kind of like reaction from a YNC Entertainment one before. So I'm gonna give that one like a 4, at least, to be honest. I've seen that story like a million times. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just it's that same old story. But for some reason, I think because I feel like I don't know if that was a little bit older or a little bit newer. The art style was also slightly different than how it usually is for a lot of YNC Entertainment ones that we've seen. But that was a pretty good one. Like, I think that they did a good job of, like, I think also it was like the old, like you said, it was like the old myth kind of style of it. But yeah, it is. It's like the old blood libel myth, basically. Or like any kind of like youth, like fountain of youth kind of shit. And I also like that it played off of a little bit of class consciousness. So it had all the things that I'm looking for, really. All right. We got another one by a company I think I've never seen before. It's called Trepidation, and it's called The Book. The Book. Yeah, I liked the plot, like the twist at the end, too. I don't think I've ever seen YNC do that before. So the book makes people lose their minds, for sure. We've already figured that out within the first couple seconds. By the end of this, that person's for sure going to be laughing into the book. Is that a professor? Because he's got a briefcase. Don't look in that book. Oh well. It's all over now. That looks like some sort of ancient text. But it's a paperback, so it's also suspicious for that. You just gonna rob it? Well, yoink. That's an interesting door. Is this normal? Like in like the city where you have like the gate? I've only seen that like in front of like a door that's like also an elevator. I've never seen it in front like a gate in front of like a regular door before. Is the book? Yeah, there it is. Oh yes, that book I stole. Oh, it looks like it has some sort of pentagram on it. So that's a good sign. Is he smoking a cigarette indoors? I'm judging this character. Yeah, I bet you're right. Oh yeah, I bet you're... maybe it is a Farmer's Almanac. I wonder what... It looks like he's some sort of researcher. From what I can gather. I wonder what he thinks the book is. Well, he's about to get haunted in his dreams, that's for sure. You left candles burning with the book in between, so you're asking to get haunted. Oh, you're hearing some spooky mutterings? Probably because you left the book between some candles and now you're getting spooked. Who's gonna be there? Oh, your rocking chair's rocking. That's how you know you're getting spooked. She's just not even concerned. If you woke up in the middle of the night and your rocking chair was rocking by itself, I think you'd be a little bit more concerned than that, don't you? That shit doesn't happen by itself. Wow, look at that old mirror that looks like it's for sure cursed. Is this just a guy that collects a bunch of stuff that is cursed? There was nothing in that mirror that we could see. It sounds like someone's walking around with flippers on. Everything in this guy's house is cursed, I think. That's my best guess. Is there someone? It sounds like a witch is laughing inside that room. There's some sort of demonic laughter afoot. Oh. Pointy fingers and a part of a wig. Oh, you tied to the rocking chair? Oh, there's the book. Still there between those candles you lit. This is interesting. Like effect. Oh, there's the pointy fingers. That was an interesting one. I kind of like that. Like we never seen something like that on Horror Short Night before. But I mean, I would have liked to know a bit more of the backstory, because I got the vibe that this person was supposed to be like a researcher of like cursed shit. It like gave a lot, or left a lot to the imagination, like that other one that was pretty good. There's like a lot of unique ones tonight. Like I said, that one definitely I think qualifies also. 3 spooks. Yes, I agree. Alright, we got another one by Alter. This company is usually pretty good. It's called The Hide Behind. I grabbed like less horror shorts tonight because there's like a few that are like a little bit longer. This one's like 9 minutes long. What is that? Is that a painting? Like an abstract painting? Oh, it's like a tree bark. That's sideways. Very Blair Witch vibes. But the second one. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you. Always. We have an adventurer appears. Wearing a yellow beanie. Looks like he's limping. Get lost in nature. Well, this is about to be hella ironic. You hurt yourself. Look out for all those pie cones. You think he'll run into a coven? That's what I'm hoping for. We haven't had a good witch one in a while.
Hello! Hello!
Oh. What happened? Uh-oh, that's the end of the person's water. Who's there? What do you see? I don't understand. Oh. Oh, okay. Some sort of ghoulie. She's a goner. Yeah. I think with the look that they just gave, like, it looked like they're wearing like a big old tarp, right?
Hello?
Like a potato sack.
Please! I'm lost and I'm hurt, and I need help.
Did that thing look like it's gonna come to your aid? Look at it. Yeah, I know, I get what you're saying. It's pretty disorienting.
Did you come from a trail?
Look at that being.
Hey, are you hearing me?
That being looks like it's all contorted. That being look like it's gonna help you? That would be awful. It's just skittering. The being in like
What are you doing?
What does it look like it's doing? It's skittering away from you. It almost looked like it doesn't have legs. With how it was moving, and like how much of the tarp was like happening at the bottom part of its body. Like the more that I looked at it, the more that it looked like it was mostly floating rather than running. Bye, dude. It definitely got out of Dodge. But this person just left like all their belongings also. Which wasn't a smart move. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't have. Never follow the skittering thing covered in like a bunch of whatever the hell that is.
This isn't funny.
Oh, is it really? That makes sense. Because it has the same vibe of something that like that would be in like Appalachia. So that's what I kind of figured. Thanks for saying that. Like I don't know enough about like any kind of like Appalachian or like any kind of folklore, but it makes sense that it is like something that's more well known. This person's for sure a goner. Like, the only water that they had is way behind. Oh! Whoa. That is terrifying. Like... Whoa. Yeah, that's what I figured. Wow. It's very like ancient being that you don't stand a fucking chance against. Yeah, that is terrifying. And during day, which is like a really, that's a well done thing. Oh no. Wow. See this one, I get why they put an ad right there. This one I respect. The last one that had an ad didn't really deserve one. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this guy's a goner for sure. He's pretty good at this I'm scared faces. Where is it? What'd you see? Uh-oh. Yeah, like it could be anywhere. That dang. What is that? I can't see what that emoji is. Oh, the logs. That dang log. Trees will fuck your shit up. They'll really humble your ass, like, real quick. For sure. Yeah, if there's one thing the forest will do, it'll remind you how fragile you are. You gotta find your bag, because you've just run into multiple directions, and every resource you had is gone. Like, it's like that time of day also, where it's like just getting dark, right? Like it's approaching, uh-oh, you better prepare for night or else you're gonna be really fucked energy. Like around 5-ish. I can just tell just from seeing it. Like, it's not enough light to be like secure. I've played enough survival horror games to know that it's about to get pretty dark pretty quickly. Oh my god! Dude. That's one of the best altar ones I've ever seen. For sure. Just for sake of, yeah, I think it gets a 5 for sure. No doubt about it. Like, I'm very impressed with it. What's interesting is, like, let's peep the spooky face, shall we? Because I feel like what's interesting is oh, you can't even see the spooky face right here, but let's pan it over here to see the spooky face. So, like, the thing about it is it doesn't even, like, the difference for me, okay, because I'm gonna try to describe, or wait, I guess I don't even have to, well, no, we'll keep it as big. So for me, it's like, it's not the realism of it, you know what I mean? It's like the way that it does such a good job of just like striking fear in its surrealism. Like it's truly like the epitome of terror, despite the fact that it still looks like it's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's like it hits right at the element of like, this couldn't possibly be real with something that looks human enough to be terrifying. And I think that that's like the balance that I'm always looking for, where like the spooky, like overtly CGI spooky faces don't hit in the way that something like this does, and it will always be better. Like, this is the difference between like a horror CGI, or like even like, you know, it's the reason why horror as like a genre of creating monsters is such an art form that truly needs to be mastered. Like, because you see it, it's so clear in ways that I can't even begin to articulate. But yeah, that was well done. Good job, Alter. I think we got a couple more that I saved for us. Yeah, we got Do Not Look 2. And I don't remember if we've seen the first one of this, but I picked the second one anyway. This is another one by Dark Fun. The one that's had like some pretty good, like the one that was the first one, and then also the third one. So this one's called Do Not Look 2. Another iconic character from from Dark Fun. Do not look. The first one might have been the one that was in the fire escape. If anyone was here also when we watched that one. That's what this is reminding me of, I think. Whenever there's a small child dressed a little bit too fancily, you know that something creepy is afoot. This kid is like, yeah, it was playing catch, but with nothingness. That's there's just the spooky ghost friend playing catch. Professional ghoul. A little lad ghoul. Look at that red tie. I can't hear it at all.
Hannah, I don't see you.
I'm sorry yesterday. Could you come over, please?
Oh, don't do that. Ghosts and business clients.
Hannah? Hannah, where are you?
I'm just a mirror away.
Hannah? See you.
Yeah, but I see you.
Oh, God.
I don't understand. Why do you hesitate to help me? Don't you feel I need help? Please. Just come and take me. I need you.
You don't see.
That was actually a very effective sound. Yeah, the fire escape one. I know, I think this is the second one. But it's like markedly different. Yeah, I figured this was the phone that was calling her. They do a good job with the sounds.
Okay.
What's closing? I just can't understand. Uh-oh. Wow, okay, kid. Wow. That lock looks like way too serious. Little lad. You're gonna need to unlock that right now. That kid is for sure grounded. Where's the parents? Any kind of dark area is spooky as fuck. Like, any kind of underground tunnel area is spooky as fuck. Oh. Uh-oh. Santa will be kind. That kid's getting coal in his stocking for sure. See, okay, the makeup's not very good, but they tried. It's a representation of a billionaire class. It's true. All the workers of the world are really just someone locked in a dark tunnel being spooked behind a very sophisticated lock. That's all very symbolic for the late stage capitalist hellscape that we're existing in. That the red light obviously was very also symbolic of. Okay, but like I said, I think the fact that they always pay such great a detail to like the aesthetics of it, like the part that comes to mind for me that I was even like, wow, they even cared about the aesthetics of this moment. Let me try to find it. Like, okay, they cared. They put so much detail into the coloring of what color, like you just know that this was a very deliberate choice paired with this, like the like I am an evil small child representing the billionaire class, and then like I'm the person who's about to get locked into the end of the world. This is very like like I just love the little details. It goes a long way, and this company's always putting in that effort. I wasn't spooked by it though, if I'm honest. Like I said, the makeup job at the end, I wasn't impressed with. But I mean, it was pretty interesting. I'd give it probably like a 2.5. All right, we got, let me see. A strange visitor. I guess I forgot. I picked another one by Wayne. We haven't had Wancy Entertainments in a while. So I picked a couple of them. Yeah, I know. I jumped too. The sound was very effective for sure. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I forgot about the sound. Just because the sound actually spooks me, it for sure gets at least a 3. Probably a, yeah, a 3. I don't think I can do a 3.5 personally, but. All right, a strange visitor. Horror story animation.
Among my neighbors who had been practicing martial
Oh
arts
yeah.
for a very long time.
The sound is weird in this. Hold on, let me restart. But yeah, kids can definitely be creepy way easier. The sound is feeling very strange right now. Like it's like feeling like too loud in some regards, but then like too quiet in others. A strange visitor.
There was a middle-aged man among my neighbors who had been practicing martial arts for a very long time.
It's just very fancy
By striking trees
audiobook voice.
and would break bricks with his bare hands.
With his
But
bare
one day,
hands.
he was found dead in the front yard of his house.
Oh.
What was even more shocking was that he had suffocated to death with his fist stuck in his throat.
What?
His jaw was completely dislocated.
Bro.
Something that couldn't have happened without compulsion. But there were
Oh
no
my
traces
God.
of someone having done it. The whole neighborhood was in shock, and the police focused on the investigation, but there was no progress. One day, while I was taking a rest at home, I heard a voice outside. Please, open the door.
Nope.
When I heard that voice,
Those
I was
windows
walking
in a
over
door
to the
are
door,
always
opening it
creepy as
before
fuck.
I knew it.
The ones that are kind of like a
It felt like an
cascaded
order I couldn't
pane,
resist.
where they go up
In
into
front
like
of
a
the door,
corner.
there was a
Those are
man dressed
creepy.
up with eyeball
You
shaped
got way,
rings,
you got too
necklaces,
many
and
rings
and he
on.
was staring at me with his eyes wide.
Nope. Close that door.
I
Why'd you
was
even open
startled,
it?
and at the same time, a tingling sensation ran
Yeah.
through my brain and spine.
You gotta go.
Then suddenly, I became completely exhausted and started to be in a semi-conscious condition.
Oh God.
He then said, "Please don't stare back in my face for a long time. Roll your eyes back." Then my pupils started to go. I was so
Bro.
startled that I tried to look down, but it didn't work. It
That would be
seemed
awful.
to be out of my reach. I screamed. Then he said, "Please don't make a sound." And my voice suddenly did not come out.
So it's obviously
I
mine.
was standing there with an upward glance, feeling great pain.
I thought he was
Even
gonna
though I had my
say.
pupils upwards to the extent where I couldn't
Feeling
roll
great
my eyes
pain.
further, he kept saying, "More. Roll your eyes more, please."
Oh God.
Tears flowed like a waterfall.
Bro,
as I
your
held
eyes,
him
they're
in
gonna
his
get ripped
hands as if
out.
my pupils were being ripped off.
I was gonna say.
I barely begged him for help in a shrill voice.
Yeah, that's not okay.
"Are you still able to talk? If so, bite your tongue, please."
Oh.
Then suddenly I was biting my tongue with my teeth.
Dude.
I tried to open my mouth with all my might, but it didn't work.
That
I
sucks.
felt great pain. Only then did I realize how the martial artist had died.
Yeah, that guy was like punched down your
Now
throat to
bite your
death.
tongue until it cuts off.
What the fuck?
Suddenly, someone shouted from behind, "Hands up!" It turned out that the police had been patrolling the neighborhood and had followed after a suspicious-looking man. The moment I heard his voice, the numbness in my body were off.
Bro.
The man turned around and looked at the police and said, "Please drop the gun." Then the police dropped the gun he was holding onto the floor.
That guy must be a
He didn't
billionaire.
pick up the gun and stood still with an idiotic
Because
expression.
the cops are just the agent of the
At
state.
that very moment, I
Of which-
attacked him from behind
Oh.
and put a headlock on him. But when
Get him
he
in a
said,
sleeper hold.
"Your arm is getting weak," he smoothly slipped away as my arm weakened, and I was perplexed. He pointed at me and said to the officer, "Point your gun at this man."
Wow.
Then the police picked up the gun and pointed it at me. The man said to the police, "If he moves, the trigger will be pulled," and quietly
Dude.
disappeared. I couldn't move, and the police stood still for a long time, his body stiff. After the man had completely disappeared, the police dropped his gun and collapsed onto the floor, devastated. We couldn't believe what we'd been through, and since then, the police devoted all of their energy to catch the enigmatic man.
The
And after a
enigmatic
while,
man.
I heard news that the man had been caught. It turned out that the man had the ability to hypnotize people in 1
You
second.
don't say.
He had used that talent to play with people like dolls. It turned out that there were hundreds of other people who had been harassed by him, but no one could report it because he had hypnotized them so that they could not report it to the police. Instead of sending him to prison, the government
He looks like
reportedly took
Johnny
him to use him for
Depp.
special tasks.
Right?
That was what particular mission he was used for. But since he is such a dangerous person, whenever even high-ranking government officials move, they are reportedly accompanied by dozens of special forces.
More like John I. Depp. Am I right?
I'd like to think.
More like a member of the billion Iyer class. Oh god, this one's gonna be creepy as fuck. Okay, but for real, that one was an interesting one. I don't know how to feel about it. I think I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen some mind control shit before, but I never seen one where a guy is covered in eyeballs. So that's it gets probably like a 2. I mean, I also never seen a story where somebody punches themselves down the throat to death. So maybe like a 2.5 to a 3. Which is, again, a sentence I never thought I'd say. So anyway, the next one is by Alter,
You'd be happier.
and it's called Teeth. And if the image that is shown at the beginning is any indication, this one's about to be creepy as absolute fuck. So brace yourself. This has the potential to be the scariest one all night, I think. We've seen some pretty good ones tonight. What the fuck is happening right now? It looked like a tooth turned into a sperm. E. Oh, it's teeth. Okay.
I received my first tooth at the age of 2.5.
That's pretty normal, right?
This was, by all accounts, particularly late in childhood.
Oh, really?
And it meant that I was also late to be weaned.
Oh, this is an interesting art style. Gestation?
I did not enjoy teething so much. Its unpleasantness developed in me a certain disregard for these hard buds erupting from my gums. I found biting with conviction on firm objects to be a benefit and suitable punishment for teeth.
That's
I would
normal,
take
right?
chewing anything I could get my young man when around.
This is just typical
Surprisingly,
human stuff.
My teeth survived this intentional barbarity, only to be defeated by an oh so sweet sticky toffee apple.
I want a toffee apple.
This victory was short-lived.
Damn, I haven't had one of
These
those
were
in like
primary
forever.
teeth, and primary teeth are only present to make way for adult teeth. They sprouted
Oh
anew.
god.
By the age of 6.5, I had unfortunately now gained a complete and fresh set. I had no interest in their welfare.
What?
I only had interest in the sugariness that passed them by settled on my tongue. My first adult tooth was not a victim to my thoughtlessness, but was in fact knocked out.
Oh damn.
At 11 years of age, a pre-planned chance meeting behind the school resulted in an inconspicuous bicuspid becoming an absent bicuspid. The gap left by this missing tooth was slowly explored and enjoyed by my tongue.
Dude, stop that. What the fuck? Anyone that's ever had a tooth out knows that that's not supposed to happen.
By then, I had lost enough teeth to begin missing them in my day-to-day mastication.
What the fuck?
Even if my tongue was now lavishing in smooth.
You gotta stop this shit.
I lost 3 more through medical intervention.
Where are your
Through
parents?
necessity, I gained my first set of dentures,
Wow. How many denture sets did you get?
Presented with the disembodied enamels, that the full beauty of the substantial link between food, tongue, throat, and stomach became apparent.
Yeah.
Began to place the form of the teeth above function.
Oh, interesting.
Vetting and analyzing food for potential risk of the teeth falling foul.
Wow, I've never been disgusted by a strawberry before.
Avoided,
But here we are.
filtered, separated, and meshed in. All for the sake of keeping my aesthetic teeth pristine. My fascination with teeth soon began to spread outside the realm of my own, and into those of other toothed animals. I marveled at their efficiency, their specificity. These wondrous beasts had no need to worry their minds about their teeth. They were blessed with immaculate design. I would take inspiration from them.
Uh-oh. What is this motherfucker about to do?
Suspicious points that perhaps I could improve on my previous God-given and God-inspired dentures.
He's about to George Washington all these fucking animals, isn't he?
Tearing and mashing tools.
Why are there just flies everywhere?
Separated the species and sorted the teeth into categories of size and shape. Gathered my resources and set to work on the construction. Through my thorough studies, I became convinced that I had come to a combination of interspecies teeth
This is fucking gross.
that could not be.
I am disgusted.
My meticulousness meant that they would not finish swiftly, but they would be of utmost quality.
Dude.
In my 70th, the impressive and fair set of teeth were complete.
Wait, so he did this his whole life? Those look like human teeth, though. They don't look like animal teeth. Which is suspicious. This guy can't wait to eat with the teeth that he's taken from animals. He's so stoked about it.
In my 71st year, I lost the tip of my tongue.
How does one do that? Oh my god. Ugh. I guess he did it himself? Dude, what the fuck? Like, okay, so for some reason, so we never in any horror short night that we've ever seen has so many, like, audiobook voices been featured. And I don't know if it's just because I'm, like, hyper attuned to it after, like, recording the first volume of my audiobook and, like, perusing all of the, like, audiobook voices that I remember it exist. But that's the second audiobook voice that we've seen. I can't decide if I, like, what did you all think about that? I feel like I'm forever changed. In ways that I don't think I enjoy. That's how I feel about it. Like, it's definitely something, there's something to a horror literary genre that, like, is obviously written by, like, somebody who truly is, like, a writer by trade. Like, that's what I feel like we just saw. That was some weird fucking shit, right? Yeah, no spooks. It was just, like, it was grotesque. it was grotesque. But it was also, in its own sense, it was supposed to be that way, so they did it. They did what they were going for, but I am disgusted. I think this might be the last one. Let me see. I don't see where my little list is. Maybe I didn't pick this one. That might have been the last one, actually. Yeah, because this one's 17 minutes long. Okay. Well, I guess that was a doozy. I really know how to pick them. And like I said, I feel like for the most part, the YouTube algorithm is just picking them nowadays. Because all I ever do is type in horror shorts. And the more that I look for them, the more that the YouTube algorithm seems to, like, know how to give me what I'm usually choosing. So it gets easier and easier the more that we do this. Thank you. I know, yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm always just looking for whatever they give me that's around 6 minutes long. And so this is what we found. And then I tried to, you know, intersperse the stories with the short horror films. So we got it. But yeah, I think there was a lot of really interesting ones tonight, which is good because like I said, I think it's like a hurrah before the semester starts. I think Saturdays should be fine though, like I said. I think the only streaming nights that might be changed are Thursdays, but it might actually be fine on Thursdays too. It'll depend, like, it'll probably depend week to week since the semester starts on Monday. I might be like significantly less tired now that I'm teaching 2 a couple days and then 2 another, because I'm used to teaching 4 in a single day, which 2 days a week is exhausting, even though I was used to doing it. So I might not be very tired on Thursdays, and we might resume stream schedule as usual, but I'll have to play it by ear probably. I'll know for sure by obviously next Thursday. So stay tuned. But yeah, as usual, thanks for hanging out. I really liked these tonight. I think there was a lot of like really, like every once in a while it's like, okay, we've heard this story a million times. Because obviously the more that we watch them, the more likely it is that we've seen the stories that they tell before. But I think there was a lot of really unique ones tonight, right? Like, I mean, really almost every single one of them was something that was like surprisingly new. Like I was pretty happy with them. So I'm glad that y'all liked them too. Thanks for hanging out. I feel like we had some new people here tonight too, so that's nice. We usually got a pretty small crowd, but thanks for like what is it, Arco Sovi? Thanks for being here. I liked what you had to say. I think that you brought like a nice, like, I don't know, your energy is new and I've never seen your username before, so it was nice having you here. And then there was somebody else also, let me see. I forget who it was. There was, oh yeah, Sleepy Toes. Thanks for being here too. I feel like you three obviously were most vocal, but also for any lurkers out there, thanks for hanging out. Never expected, always appreciated. I'm on both Twitch and TikTok live to watch horror shorts on Saturdays from 7 to 9 Eastern time, okay? So if you liked this, by all means, come back. My schedule may or may not change, as I was just getting to, because the semester starts Monday. So I'm a professor, and this is just what I just like spookies. I like spooks. Which a friend of mine actually told me I may or may not know. So I used to have this horror blog, and it was called Scaredy Bird, which is why on the Spooky Space for Spooky Stuff page, they told me that the word spooks might be a slur. So there's a chance that I'm going to change that if I look into it and learn that it is. And I'm incredibly, I was like, I've never heard this before. I've been using this for years, but also I know that the English language is incredibly racist, so I don't put it past anyone for using that as some sort of slur that I wasn't aware of. Okay, I didn't know that, so I'm gonna change it. Okay, I can't believe this is how I felt about the time that, so I only recently, like in recent years, like since COVID started, did I learn that the word, so I'm a proud gypsy, right? Only since COVID started did I learn that gypsy is a slur, because I've been using it as a word that is of proud heritage my whole life. So this is just another example of that. Yeah, it's ridiculous that I didn't know that. But it's not the first thing I didn't know, so. All right. I'm going to look into that more and make sure not to use it again. Thanks to the friend of mine that told me. Obviously, you know who you are. But no, yeah, I completely agree. I know, that's why I was like, okay, well, I've always used it as, I mean, like, clearly, you see on, let me see, like, on the fucking, where is it? Right here. So, like, this, like, it's in the vibe of, like, this goofy fucking bird. Like, I say, like, spooks, 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 you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I'm just over here, like, ignorantly not knowing it all. So, anyway. Now I know. And I will keep that in mind for sure. So, anyway, thanks again for hanging out. I'll see you all soon. Have a good week. If maybe your semester or some sort of life change is happening, hang in there because the world is certainly fucking worlding. My power went out again today, so that was fucking bullshit. And it was during laundry, so that was very stressful, but hopefully y'all have had a better day or week, and hopefully we will all have a good week. So, drink water, do something nice for yourself. I'll see you all soon on the internets.